Ken and Hotep back at it again with the work grift. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. It's the USS Constellation. It's an old ass ship. On this nice 67-degree day here in Baltimore. Anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful day out here. Man, more and more shit keep coming out about this Ohio disaster. This Norfolk Southern disaster, I'm gonna call it, because it ain't an Ohio disaster. It's a Norfolk Southern disaster. You know what I mean? It's a Norfolk Southern disaster. So now they're saying it's more than just a vinyl. What was it called? Vinyl oxide or some shit like that. Okay. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content, or supposed to let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream, let people know we live. Man. So they're saying that, what was that shit called? Vinyl something. They said it was more chemicals on that train than they said it was on that train. So they didn't just chemically burn the one toxic chemical. They potentially controlled burn. Thank you, vinyl chloride. Appreciate you, Jeremy. They potentially burned a few other toxic ingredients that left a ridiculously ominous fucking black hole of a smoke cloud in the sky. Shit is crazy. What's up, Daisy girl? It's the VC and PVC. That's what they make PVC pipe out of and shit like that. Man, what up, Zach? Zach Horton, what's going on? Portia Anderson, what's up? At work, just saying hi. I just heard a rumor that is moving up to Michigan, and that's one of our biggest fresh water sources. What up, Emmanuel President in the building? That's crazy. Monovinyl chloride. What up, Coyce Ronan in the building? Yeah, so now we're finding out that the government allowed Norfolk Southern to dictate how it was taken care of. So instead of the EPA stepping in, right? Instead of FEMA stepping in, instead of Pete Buttigieg stepping in, they let the company that's backed by BlackRock and Vanguard and 8 other company investors determine how they got rid of the evidence. Mind you, they said what 5 train cars tipped over, or 5 train cars spilled this shit out. So 5 train cars spilled this shit out, right? They said each train car could hold like 33,000 gallons of the substance. We know that vinyl chloride boils at 8 degrees, which tells me that's some volatile stuff. You know what I mean? No, you good, Emmanuel. I appreciate you. So that tells me that's very volatile. Then you control burn it, and you send toxic vapors into the sky, creating a cloud that could possibly what's the word? Create acid rain. Now I remember hearing about acid rain back in the day when I was a kid, and it kind of was a myth, right? Acid rain was kind of like a myth. I remember seeing it on The Simpsons. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, acid rain was kind of like a myth. Now this is a possibility, right? They call it a controlled burn. You know what I mean? And they were trying to call it something else. They wasn't calling it the controlled burn when I watched the the press conference with the governor. They was calling it some kind of something, a release or some shit like that. Something crazy, trying to make it seem like it's more ecologically friendly. Controlled release. Yeah, controlled release. Yeah, it's a controlled release, all right. That's fucking that's some words for you. It was a controlled release, okay. Controlled release of some toxins into the air that's making fish. They're finding dead fish and frogs, finding dead wildlife. A lady found 10 of her chickens dead. Guy said he found a few of his foxes that he kept a fox farm or some shit like that, or he got foxes on his property that he takes care of. Foxes are mortally ill, they said. Mortally ill. But the United States government and Norfolk Southern are saying that, hey, come on over, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. You can breathe the air, it's all right. It's equivalent to when Obama went to Flint, Michigan and drank and pretend to drink the water. Remember that shit? Remember when he went and pretended to drink the water? Emmanuel said it's not some wildlife. They're having a massive aquatic wildlife uh, death. Yeah. I don't wanna undersell it. You're right. Right. And then today I read they had a truck tip over in Arizona that was carrying nitric acid. The shit looked like nerve gas coming out of that truck. The the trucker, he was found dead. Now I don't know if the nitric acid killed him or or was it something else. But that shit like mustard gas or nerve gas coming out of that truck in Arizona. And I thought somebody said the other night that Houston had a scare or some shit like that. The crazy thing is they've had two more derailments and another still in Arizona. What's happening? South Carolina had a train issue and German airline cyber attack. Really, something going on, y'all. It's a lot of strange events happening. There's a whole lot of strange events happening right now. I don't know if this is all a play, if this is all a coincidence, if this is order through chaos. You know what I mean? This is Hegelian dialectic. Are they creating these issues? Are we really about to go into a climate lockdown? Got to keep your head on the swivel, Jeremy. You're right. Yeah, you're right. These are all multiples like JB talking about. All these are multiples like JB talking about. It, I agree, Emmanuel. I agree, especially in Ohio. You know, Ohio is ground zero right now for this shit. Like, and it's in the water. It's in the water. I don't know where. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to get to the Ohio River, right? What does the Ohio River run into? I'm curious to know what the Ohio River runs into. Right? Not only that, it's in the soil. It's in the soil, and then you're gonna get a rain. You know what I mean? That's gonna run more into the water. Then you got this big ass cloud, and if it starts raining with that big ass fucking dirt cloud in the sky, they say potential for something called acid rain, right? And that could potentially kill a lot of shit. Eventually into the Gulf, Mississippi, bro. The Mississippi. Oh gosh, the Mississippi River. Damn. Oh, it's gonna have a huge effect on Ohio. If I had my Don DeMarco, bro. If I had my Don DeMarco, I'd give it to you, Emmanuel. It's that dark winter. It's the dark winter Joe Nichols was talking about, y'all. I knew that dark winter was coming. I didn't know what it was going to be. I mean, right now they trying to downplay the hell out of this Ohio shit. You know what I mean? They trying to downplay the hell out of this Ohio shit. Now they trying to spin the news and saying that they found six Russian surveillance balloons in the Ukraine, and they were shot down. I was like, miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. Word. I gotta go listen to it. I ain't have a chance to listen to it. I'm gonna go listen to it today. We need the Teslas to drink a big old glass of that water. What's up, Olivia V? This is America's Chernobyl. It sounds like Flint all over again. You can't drink the tap water. I wouldn't cook. Yo, I wouldn't even cook with the tap water. You fuck around and boil a pot of water, and your kitchen might catch on fire. You mess around and boil a pot of water in Palestine or Palestine, however they want to pronounce it, Ohio, your fucking kitchen might catch fire, bro. But I just don't. The United States government allowed Norfolk Southern to dictate how they wanted to handle that, right? See, Norfolk Southern is just a railway. They're just a railway. They're not the people that I wouldn't think. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Norfolk Southern isn't the people who they just transporting that shit, right? They just transporting it. Who put that shit in the tanker on Norfolk Southern? That's my question. Who put that shit in the tanker to have it transported? What company was that? That's my question. Because Norfolk Southern ain't dabbling in chemicals, right? They just taking it from point A to point B. So where was the company that put the vinyl chloride and the other chemicals in these freight cars to be delivered? Why weren't they involved in how to deal with this shit? Why wasn't the EPA called? Why wasn't the EPA brought in? Why was the American citizens? I mean, I'm sure people in Ohio knew about it from local news, but why wasn't the other American citizens in the surrounding counties, cities, and states told about this prior to this past weekend? Because a lot of people found out about it this past weekend. This has the potential to affect New York, Jersey, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh is next door. Pittsburgh is next door. This is going to be like some like nuclear half life shit, some radiation half life shit. You can't clean that shit up out of the dirt, can you? There's nothing you can do. That shit is seep deep down into the dirt. We about to see plant life go by the wayside. Animals that eat off the ground, deer, shit like that, squirrels. We'll start finding them dead because you know they eat off the land, they eat off the ground. They eat those plants and stuff like that. Schools of fish dead. Birds dropping out of the sky. See, they're not like these seagulls y'all see flying around here in Baltimore. These seagulls, they're immune to shit like this because I don't know what's in this water. This harbor water, I don't know what's in this harbor water. All I know is there's some fish. There might be a few dead bodies floating around. Like Manuel said, there might be a couple of Buicks from 1950. Jimmy Hoffa might be in this bitch. We don't know. Kufi on Super Tight. This was planned by high-level officials to systematically hide. Ah, ah. To hide vacation, related cancers and illnesses, bro. Kufi all the way on tight. Olivia V says cancer clusters in a few years. Tanah was saying the best way they could have cleaned it up was using activated charcoal. He's right. He's right. Isn't that how they clean up most chemical spills? Is with charcoal? Ain't that how they do most chemical spills? If I'm not mistaken. East Palestine finna be new cancer alley. Templar tunnels. Templar tunnels? Oh man. The Templar tunnels. You talking about like the Knights Templar? Is that what you talking about, YB? YB Kufi all the way on tight too. This is the once great harbor place. There's only a few stores left. This used to be like a this thing used to be popping, yo. This thing used to be jumping. You know, harbor place is just long gone. Long gone. Hopefully they get some more people back in here. At least Cheesecake Factory's still there. You know, I gotta go over there and grab me some my chicken chipotle pasta. I like. Appreciate it, Daisy girl. It has gone downhill, Jeremy. Ever since people got sent home for the base, for the Cove base, shipping bad. You got that nice the gallery across the street. The gallery was a really nice mall. That shit closed now. It's completely shut down. They shuttered all the doors. You got Canton over there with the Domino Sugar sign over there. Baltimore is a beautiful city. Just got some assholes living in it. You got some assholes running it. And I wouldn't swim in that water. But I digress. But you know, we need to keep an eye on this Ohio disaster because I think it's going to have far-reaching implications. It's going to have far-reaching implications. We're going to start to see issues in other states, other surrounding cities and counties. I'm interested to see if this acid rain thing is a thing, and if it's going to, what's it going to do? I mean, this shit is straight out of a science fiction novel. This shit is straight out of what was it YB is what did you say yesterday? This straight out of this some division shit. This some division shit, yo. And the United States government is complicit in it. At first I didn't want to blame them completely until I seen the companies that are involved with Norfolk Southern. They gotta protect their interests, right? They gotta protect their interests. But like I said, first off, how did the train derail? Were they driving faster than they were supposed to be driving, and they jumped the track? You know what I mean? Was the track sabotaged? Because I got to think that tons of trains come through that area with no problems, but this one just so happened to come through there and tip over. It's just interesting to think about. And like I said, who's the company that those chemicals belong to? Who was Norfolk Southern transporting those chemicals for? Not saying that you can't transport chemicals, but it's just a lot of coincidences right now. That's another thing, man. Where was that train going? That's a good question. Where was that train headed? That's a really good question. Word is that there was an issue with an axle. Allegedly, video from a business a few miles up, track showed the train going by with an axle sparking. Right, right. So now we're not doing any DOT checks, right? We're not doing any OSHA checks. We're not doing no checks on these trains before they take off. That's what we doing, huh? What up, Jay? Jay Aces. So much incompetence and ineptitude. So many people overwork. So many things. Companies want to cover up this fact, right? Because I would think that before a train leaves, you got mechanics and technicians that make sure everything's on the up and up. I know that with my family's business, every time I send a driver out to go do a delivery or a trash job or whatever, I got to make sure I got to do a DOT check on everything. I got to make sure our axles are good. We blow leaf springs all the time on trails because of how heavy they get sometimes. I got to make sure our axles is good, tires is good, lights is good, brakes are good, emergency brakes are good, breakaway cables are good. There's a whole 20-point inspection I got to do every day before I send people out there who authorize a controlled explosion. Apparently, they saying Norfolk Southern authorized it. That's according to that. I guess the governor who had the press conference. I'm gonna post it on my Twitter. I think I already posted it on my Twitter. Well, I retweeted it. But it sounded like they let Norfolk Southern dictate that dumbass fucking decision. That was just dumb. We got 21 in the building. Let's get 21 likes, guys. Let's get 21 likes. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave some constructive criticism. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want to donate, super chats, Rumble rants when I'm on Rumble are always welcome. If you want to donate directly to the channel, $Cannon Hotep, $Cannon Hotep, and Cash App. Every bit of that money goes back into the channel. You know what I mean? So, anyway, guys, I'm about to get back to the grind. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This would have to go to the Ohio EPA and wildlife. That's what it should have went through. That's what it should have went through. Budget cuts, labor shortage, people don't want to work. Tough job. Thanks, Cannon, for the gas mask and PPE link. No problem, no problem, no problem. Yeah, but this is criminal neglect. Anyway, I gotta get back to the grind, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Anyway, it's Cannon Hotep saying, stay safe, stay well, stay strapped. Make sure you guys prepare for what's to come. I'll let y'all.